If you are new to Forex trading, you have to understand the basic tool that you require to trade in the Forex market, and that is your trading platform, MetaTrader 4. There are other versions like MetaTrader 5, but the most commonly used platform is MetaTrader 4. This platform will enable you to buy and sell in the Forex market, and every Forex broker offers MetaTrader 4 to its clients. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through and help you understand every aspect of MetaTrader 4 and how you can make use of it to place your trade and to make profits just with your phone. You don't need a laptop now. If you have one, good and fine, but all I'm teaching is how to use your phone to make money. So you go to your app store, type MetaTrader 4. So when you go to your app store and type MetaTrader 4, to bring this out. So already I have it installed. That's why it's showing me open. But if you are new, you will see install. Then you click on install. So when it has finally installed, click open. And when it opens, you will need to open a demo account. Click the plus bar there, then come to open a demo account. Then search for the broker you need. You can just type any of the brokers. Here I use FX Pro. So you can just type FX Pro. So when it opens FX Pro, you select any of the demo accounts, fill in these details. Don't bother about the authenticity of these details. There is nothing that is being done with it. It's just to create a demo account so you can put in any information. Just put in your name, put in your phone number, put in your email address. Then select your account type, the account currency type, okay? Whether you want it to be in USD, in US dollars, or in Euro, or in Great Britain pounds, wherever currency you want your account to be domiciled in, you can just select. Then the leverage, you will get to understand what a leverage is later. You can just select any leverage for now, maybe 1:200. Then you select the amount that you would like to use to start your demo. Better you start with something small so that you can learn how the market goes. So you click on create account. So once that is done, you will have an account and then the journey begins. So from here, I now want to introduce you to the 4 basic tabs that you must familiarize yourself with in MetaTrader 4. We have the quotes, which is this first tab. This whole interface is the quotes. I will explain every one of them later, so don't worry. I've got your back. I will explain every detail. Whatever you're seeing here, you will understand it at the end of this video. So after the quotes, you have the next tab, which is the charts. This one is showing you the chart tab and all the other functionalities and features that are there. You will understand it later. Then the next one, you have the trade tab, which is showing you your equity balance. It will also be showing you the trades that you have open or pending. Everything will be here. I will show you everything. Then the next thing is that you have your history tab. So these are the 4 most used tabs in MetaTrader 4, and that is what I'll be familiarizing you with, and then some of the settings to make your chart beautiful. Then you may also want to add this news tab. This news tab is where once in a while you get some news, whether on fundamentals. However, there are some external sites where most Forex traders always visit, like forexfactory.com. There you can get most of the news that you will need. So this news tab is not always as used as the other 4 tabs. So let's begin with the first tab, the quotes tab. In this quotes tab, you have the currency pairs. Then you have what we call the bid price and what we call the ask price. I will explain each, but let me begin with this currency pairs. This currency pairs is showing you the currency that is traded against the other, because currencies are traded in pairs. Remember, Forex is all about exchange of one currency with the other. Is an exchange. You give me euro, I give you dollar, or I have euro, you have dollar, then I give you my euro, you give me your dollar. You have pounds and I have dollars, you give me your pounds, I give you my dollars. So it's an exchange of currency at the available market price. Okay, so now let's take this first pair, for example, the euro versus dollar, that is euro USD as it is called. The first currency here is called the base currency, and the second currency here is called the counter currency. What it's telling us is that 1 unit of the base currency, which is euro, is equivalent to this value 1.0543 US dollars if I want to sell. Okay, that is the bid price, and if I want to buy, it will be this value 1.0544 USD if I want to buy. So the price you buy is different from the price you sell. The price you are willing to sell the base currency is this bid price, and the price you're willing to buy is this ask price. So taking another example of JPY pairs, let's use this Euro JPY, Euro versus Japanese yen. 1 euro is equivalent to 145.24 Japanese yen if I want to sell, and if I am buying, it will be equivalent to this value of the Japanese yen. So let's go to gold. In this case, here is gold. You can see we just have only gold, but this is gold versus United States dollars. Okay, so what it's telling us is that 1 ounce of gold is equivalent to this value of dollars if I am selling, and this value of dollars if I am buying. Okay, so varies how your quote is stated. However, you need to understand what these numbers are made of. So let's talk about pips right now. Each quote is measured in pips. So most brokers have their quotes in 5 decimal places. A unit pip is in the 4th decimal place, while the 5th decimal place is the pipette, which is 1/10 of a pip. So let's say, for instance, in this Euro USD quote, the unit pip value here is in 3. For gold, the unit pip is in the 1st decimal place. That is where you get the unit pip. So the unit pip here for gold and silver is in the 1st decimal place. The Euro USD should move from 1.0544 to maybe 1.0550. That means it has moved about 5.4 pips to the upside. So next, let's talk about the spread. The spread is the difference between the ask price of any quote and the bid price. So the difference between this ask and the bid is what we call the quote, and that is the amount you pay to the broker whenever you place a trade. So most of the times, whenever you place a trade, you will just see a negative value. That is the settlement, the cost of your transaction whenever you place a trade. And it's always good you look for currency pair that the spread is not high. When your spread is high, then you will be paying more to the broker, and I will explain. Okay, the higher your spread, the more it will be difficult for you to get into profit. Okay, so make sure your spread is always small. Like in this case, this Euro USD, now the spread is just about 1.5. GBP USD, the spread is just about 2.1. When we get to the tab where we place our orders, you will understand the importance of this. But for now, let's move on. And if you want to understand the details of each quote, you can always click on each tab. Then you will see new order. From here, you can place your order. You can also open your chart from here. You can see chart symbols and advanced mode. So let's see each of them. When you click new order, it will take you to where you can place your new order. When you click on charts, it will take you to the charts tab. When you click on symbol properties, it will give you the details of this currency pair, starting from the names, the currencies involved, Canadian dollar versus Swiss francs. The spread is floating, the digits is 5 digits. The stop levels, contrast size, that's for your standard lot size. Pending, is there a pending order? Yes, there is a pending order. Pending order good to your cancel is there. So in this case, this swap is telling you the interest you will be paying. If you're buying Canadian dollars and you leave your trade overnight, you'll be having a positive swap of this value. And if you're selling and you leave your trade overnight, you have this negative swap. So varies what the details tells you. Then this advanced mode is, if you click on advanced mode, so here is the advanced mode. It will show you the currency pair, then the time of the broker right now, which is this one, telling us that the broker's time is 3 hours 24 minutes and 23 seconds. It's also showing the spread. So if you're finding it difficult calculating your spread by looking at those values, just come to the advanced mode and then you will see the exact spread. Remember that the 5th value is pipette. So when you see 15 here for this Euro USD, it's just telling that the spread is 1.5, like I told you before. Then for GBP USD, the spread is 2.1, like I told you before. That is 1 pip, 5 pipettes, which is 1.5 pips, and this is 2 pips, 1 pipette, which is 2.1 pips. Then all this spread, everything is showing here. Gold is 3.7 pips, so you can always see the spread, and with that you will know the spread that is very wide, that you should not, that will be too high for you to trade at any point in time. Okay, so that is the advanced mode. If you prefer the advanced mode, you can always leave it this way, but if you don't prefer the advanced mode, then it's good. You can always return back to the simple mode. So here is the simple mode. We're back to the simple mode. So whichever mode you prefer, you can always go to that. So that is what is there in the quote. Then this plot sign in the quote is where you can add more currency pairs. So you can always add more currency pairs. Right now we have Forex minus. You can look for any currency pair you want to trade here, and click on it, and it will be added to this place, to this quote. So if there is any one forex majors you can add, I can add them, and once I add them, they are added. There is no other forex major, so I can add platinum, I can add all these things wherever I want to add. I can add shares, UK shares, US shares. If I want to trade US shares, I can always add them up and trade them. So wherever I want to add, whatever currency pair or shares or stock I want to trade, I can come to this place and search for wherever German shares, just wherever you want to trade, look for them here and add them. And if you want to remove any currency from your quotes, you use this edit button, this pencil button. So in this button, you can either rearrange them in the order you want them to be. Maybe I want GBP USD to be up, I can just hold it and bring it up. It's up. If I want USD CHF to be up, I bring it up. So I can rearrange from here. Then also, if I want to delete anyone, I can delete from here. Then select the ones I want to delete. If I want to delete this from my quotes, anyone I want to delete, select them and click on delete, then they are deleted. To show you the number you want to delete, and then they are deleted, but I don't want to delete any, so I go back. If I want to still add, I can use this very plus button to still add, just like what we did in the other area. So that is all about the quote sessions. So now we're done with the quote session. Let's go to the next tab, which is the chart tab. So in this chart tab, this is where you analyze your charts. This is where you have a view of what the market is doing. In this very tab, you do your technical analysis, and it is only the information you get here that will prompt you either to buy or to sell. This is where you will know whether the market is in an upward trend, or whether the market is in a downward trend, or whether the market is in a sideways market. This is where you know all about that. We want to start by showing the different types of charts that we have. Okay, we have 3 different types of charts. This first one we have is called the candlestick chart. This bullish candlestick here tells you the opening price, that the price opened at this point, moved to this lowest price, then went up to as high as this point, and then closed at this point. So this is for a bullish candle. So here is a bearish candle. Price opened here, went to the highest of this point, then went to this lowest point and closed at this point. So this is a candle showing that the price closed lower than it opened. Then the other type of chart that you can also have is what we call the bar chart. On your mobile phone, you can only get those 2 charts when you turn your charts to landscape. If you click on this point, you can get other types of charts. You can get the bar charts. So here is the bar charts. Not many people use it, not many people are familiar with it, but the bar chart is still telling the same story. You have the bullish candle like this. This is a bullish candle. You have the open, the lowest price, the highest price, and the close. This is a bullish bar chart. Then a bearish bar chart is in the opposite direction. So here is a bearish bar chart. Here is the open, the highest price, the lowest price, and the close. So here, this is a bearish bar chart, and this is a bullish bar chart. Then you have line chart. This line chart only shows you the close. So whenever a close is lower than the previous close, then it means you have a bearish section within that period. Then if the next close is higher, that means you have a bullish section. The line chart just helps you to get just the close, but the most commonly used chart is the candlestick. So here you have your charts. Within your charts, you have crosshair. This crosshair is what you can use to check the values. You can move it around to get values at any point. So the next, you have your indicator. This is from where you add your indicators from. So you can always add, say you want to add moving average, you can add moving average. You see them, the moving average is added. This line is added. If I want to add another moving average, I can use plus sign and still add moving average, then change the color to distinguish it, and maybe the value, maybe 50. I clicked on, you see the 2 moving averages are there. So that is where you can add your moving average. You can add, if you want to remove them, you can remove them. Still from here, you can select the currency pair that you want to analyze. Instead of going back to the quotes, you can just come from here to select the currency pair you want to analyze. So I can always switch from each of those places to the currency pair I want to analyze. So from here I can always make my switch. Okay, so varies for that. Then next is the time frame. You can always check the time frame change your time frame. Presently I'm in 15 minutes. So you can always change to whatever time frame. When you're making your analysis, you analyze different time frames to know what the trend is saying in each of the time frames. You analyze from a longer time frame to a shorter time frame so that you be clear with what trend is obtainable and also the best place to enter your trade. So from here we can always check the different time frames. This is monthly time frame, telling you what each candle is telling you what the price is doing for each month. Right now this is what the price is doing in this month of December. We're in the month of December. Here is it, December 1st until December 31st. This candle will be closed. Right now it's still on, it's still moving. This candle, the next candle here is November. Here is it, November 2022. So this candle is telling you what's happened in the market within each month. So this month is having about 4 weeks of candles. So when we go to weekly time frame, it's telling you that each of this candle represent what happened within 1 week, and 4 of it represent what happens in a month. Then if you go to the next one, daily time frame, this is telling you what happens every day, and 7 of it gives you what happens within the weekly time frame. So you get to the next one, 4 hours, is telling you what happens every 4 hours. Then the next tells you what happens every 1 hour. Then you have 30 minutes, you have 15 minutes, you have 5 minutes, you even have 1 minute. So with this, you have enough time frames to go through to see what is happening in your market and to know how to take advantage of that. When the different time frames are telling you the same thing, then you trade in the direction that they are all pointing to. So that is for the time frames. And also from here, this last button here is where you can enter your order directly from. So if I want to place an order, the first drop down is showing me types of order. We have instant execution, meaning that I can instantly place a trade right now, and we have limit orders, that is buy limits. In this case, you would like to buy lower than what the price is giving us right now. We don't want to jump into the market, I want to buy later in a lower price. Then sell limit means that I want to sell later, not now, but in a price higher than what it is right now. I feel the price is still low for me. I need to go higher before I will sell. Then we have buy stop and sell stop. Buy stop means I want to buy in a higher price because I feel that price will move very high if it's able to get above a certain price. So I'll be waiting above that price to join the price to move up. So that is buy stop. And sell stop means selling lower. I want to sell later but in a lower price. So that is the first thing. You select the type of order that you want. Then the next thing you do is to put in your lot size. So a lot size is just the units of contract that you want to place, and we have the smallest lot size, which is a micro lot size, is 0.01 lots, which is equivalent to about 1,000 units of contract. And one peak move in this lot size is equivalent to 10 cents. So the next lot size we have is 0.1 lot size, which is a mini lot size, and this mini lot size is equivalent to 10,000 units of contract, and one peak move under this contract size is approximately $1. Then we now have the standard lot size, which is equivalent to 100,000 units of contract, and one peak move in this contrast size is approximately $10. So whenever you place any of these contrast sizes, just note that the contrast size you place determines the loss or the profit that you make. So this is showing you the price, the bid price. This is showing you the ask price, like we've explained before. Then this place is where you set your stop loss. You're telling us how much you're willing to lose or how much you're willing to risk. If you're selling, the stop loss is above the current price, maybe something like this. But if you're buying, your stop loss should be below. And once you set your stop loss, the right distance is highlighted, whether it's to buy or to sell. You see the button is highlighted. So your stop loss is where you want to exit the market if your prediction is wrong. If things are not working for you, the stop loss is where you want to exit the market. So there is the stop loss marked with this red line underneath. Then the green line tells you where you want to exit the markets with profit. So if I'm buying, my take profit should be up. So this tells me where I want to exit the market. So once you select any one of them, you can always click your buy or your sell. So if you don't want to set your take profit or your stop loss in before buying or selling, you can just click buy or sell. But that is always very dangerous because you can always lose a lot of money. And you can always, from here, you can always still select any of the pairs that you want from this dollar sign. You can always select any pairs that you want and change the order. You can always select and change. Then still from this chart window, from this very chart tab, if you don't want to use these buttons up here, these buttons I've shown you, you can always click on any part of the chart and it will bring out the time frames, the indicator button, the crosshair button, with the addition of one more thing, the objects, this object. With this object, I can place different objects on this chart. I can place a horizontal line, I can place a vertical line. Is a horizontal line. I can always make the thickness, increase the thickness of the line. I can select where the time frames that the line will show. Then I can always increase the thickness of the line. I can make it thicker. I can always change the color too. And change the color of the line. Okay, this is the line. See, from that elements, I can add horizontal lines. I can add rectangular lines. So I can add this and change the color to any color I want by clicking this edit button. If I want to delete, I can delete it from here. So you can add anything, any objects, things like Fibonacci retracement. So I want to know how much the market can retrace. So all these things are possible. So these are the things I can always add objects. So from here, I do add any object on my chart and do my analysis. Okay, so I want to delete most of them. Just press on them, click delete, delete, delete. So my chart is clean again. Okay, now we're done with this chart. We're done with the chart tab. And the next is your trade tab. In this trade tab, you have your balance. The equity will show you how much you have, which is your balance, plus the floating profit, whether the profit is negative or whether the profit is positive. It will show you exactly that. So let me show you with this demo. This is a trade. So I'm trading with 0 points. So say I want to sell. So in this trade tab, the balance is showing me the amount I deposited. The equity is showing me that deposit I have plus this floating profit, which is -3. So if I add it up, if I minus this floating profit from my balance, it will give me my equity. Then the next you have is your free margin, which is the amount you still have, the amount you have which you can still stake. Then you have your margin level. Then you have your margin, which is the amount you've committed already. And in this trade session, you can always modify your trade. If you click on any on your trade, you will see details of your trade, the time you enter the trade, the order number, the stop loss, the take profit. If there is a swap, if the trader stayed overnight, you will see the swap. You will see the commission. If your broker charges you commission, everything you will see here. And if you want to modify this trade manually or close it, just press on it. You can close the trade from here. You can close with. You can also open a new trade if you want to add more trade to it. The same currency pair, you can open another one. You can also modify the trade. Maybe I want to change my take profits. I can modify the take profits to anything I want, modify. Then if I want to check if the price is still going the way I anticipated, then I can go to my chart from here. So it has returned me to chart. So from chart, you'll see everything I've just done. If I have multiple trades, this point, this value here will be showing me the total positive and loss that I have in the market. For instance, so if I have multiple trades like this value here will be showing me the total profits that I have, which is sum of this whole negative and positive, whatever thing I have here, to be showing me exactly that. You can order the way your trades show up, whether to show as when the order was placed or to show by the time that it was placed, or you can order it by symbol. You You can order it by symbol, you can also order it by profit. So the ones that are higher will come up. So you can use any of the others to arrange your trade. If you want to still add more trade to your trade, you can add more trades still from here and select any trade that you want to add. So varies for that. The last tab here is the history. This place is showing you trades that you've closed or trades that you've deleted, that trades that did not hold that you deleted. Maybe this trade I placed a sell stop, but I decided to cancel it and I canceled it. So it will show me the details of the trade. If I close any of these trades, yeah, you see the history. The history will show me the profits. Is a negative profits. Okay? I can search for the symbols I want. I have only closed the gold and euro JPY. I can always look for other ones if I have more. Then I can arrange it depending on the close time, on the profit, on the opening time, the order, the symbol. I can always customize it that way to be able to help me sort out what I am looking for. Then I can also check by day. This is for today. This is last week if I want to check for any trades last week, last month, last 3 months, or I can even customize and select the exact date I am looking for to check what I did in the market that day. So you can always customize all that. To make your chart beautiful, you can always come to settings. So from these settings, there are so much you can do from these settings. You can change the color. Here we have the quotes. If you want that advanced mode I showed you to be your default, you can select that. When you select that, it becomes your default. Okay, if you don't want it, you can still remove it to allow the simple mode to be your default. Then other sound, if you want, whenever you place an order for a sound to pop up like pam, then you can select this. The type of chart, I decided to leave my chart a candlestick as my default. So if you want a different one, you can select wherever you want as your default chart. Then the opening, high, low, close, if you want it to be displayed, then you click on it, you select it. All these are already selected. Then if you want your volume to be showing, the volume of trades, if you select this, you will have volumes. These are the volumes, showing the volumes traded, how the volume is increasing or decreasing. So you have it here, showing the volume traded per time. So if you want to customize colors of your charts, from here I can customize the colors of my chart. Let's say I want to just have green on black. Let's see how it looks like. Green on black. Look at how my chart looks like. So this is green on black. So if you like it this way, you can leave it. If not, I can still go back to my settings and go to my colors. So varies how you can change the colors in your charts. And if you want to enable tablet interface, you want the interface to look like a tablet, you can always if you do that, you have it like this. So you have all in one. Here you have both your quotes, then everything you need will just be like this. You have your history, you have this is your trade, this is the trade, and you're seeing the trade right now. The trade is under here. It's a sell of you have your trade and it's moving here. So you have the history, it's showing the history. You have the journal, it's showing the journal. So this tablet interface, then you have your quotes. So here you have your mail, wherever you've got, you can delete. So everything is here. You can also return back to settings from here. From here, you may remove the interface if you want. That is my walkthrough on MetaTrader 4 and how you can use it to start making money. So you can download it and go through it on your own.